you know, the number one team in college football, stuff that's just thrown around. But to you, like I said, the top five is always what it is. You have the Ohio States, you got Ohio State. Like I said, Ohio State, you got Julian Sand, Jeremiah Smith. You go to Texas, you got Arch Manning. You got that speedster wide receiver core that they always keep.
Yeah,
You have Georgia, Gunnar Stockton. You have Oregon, Dante Moore, who is a lot of people's Heisman favorite. And then you have Alabama, who I believe they're trying out a freshman quarterback from, I believe it was Duncanville, Keelan Russell, I'm pretty sure. So Ryan Williams adapting with him. But yeah, I mean, based on this, who's your number one team in college football based on what you know and your early prediction for the championship winner?
early prediction, like number one team. I mean, that's kind of hard because but I'm gonna have to go. I think I'm gonna have to go with Texas here, right? And I know, I definitely did say the same thing last year. Like Archie Manning is gonna be the great for Texas, and he disappointed me, hella. But I think last year was kind of his first year getting into the flow, and this year is where he really is gonna show people, you know, show people who he is, right? I think that Archie Manning, he's one of those quarterbacks that, he can play, he can be a great two-way quarterback, but it just he needed. I think like that first year, like I said, he needed that first year to really get a feel for like the actual game when he's playing serious minutes. And this year I think he's gonna show. I think he's gonna show, what he can do. He's gonna show off his talents, and we're gonna see Texas have a good run here in this college football season. That's what I'm
Mm,
thinking.
okay. I'm not mad at that. Um, on my side, right, I'm gonna go with Ohio State. I feel like this team has the complete tools. Only thing holding them back is quarterback play. Julian Sand has to hold up his side of the bar, but Jay, right? Let me bring you back when I just mentioned this, Jay. That some you gotta put into context with Ohio State. We already know they have Jeremiah Smith to throw the ball to.
Right.
But then they brought in Chris Henry Jr.,
Mm.
5-star recruit from modern day. One of the many people believe he's the best receiver in the class. So Julian's saying he's got to get it done. And we know, like I said, those Ohio State team is complete. Ohio State focused on being complete from top to bottom. Their defense is just as good as their offense. And I feel like they have to get it done. I feel like when you have a talent like Jeremiah Smith, um, you have to get it done. And I feel like that Ohio State team, when they won, like this team it's there. It's there. It has the talent, and I think I think they're the best team. I think they're the best team. They're the most complete team, and the experience, the experience they have. So yeah, that's what I'm going with. But I definitely think Oregon is a sleeper. Dante Moore is a crazy good quarterback.
Yeah,
So I think
that would be my second option, personally.
Yeah,
But
Oregon's definitely a sleeper to make some noise.
I'm
Yeah,
with you. I think Ohio State can definitely make some noise and be that number one option. But you know, he's gonna have to see the college football. Expect the unexpected. That's all. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, yeah, truly expect the unexpected for
In a
sure.
lot of these college sports, like I said,
Expect the
expect
unexpected.
the
Yeah,